When to move up to the next dosage. I've been on 5 milligrams for a month and a half now. And the reason why I did a month and a half is after 1 month on 2.5, I lost a okay amount of weight, 10 pounds. Second month, I lost another 10 pounds ish. But I started to get my first side effect, which was the eggy sulfur burps. Because this was the first kind of side effect that I had kind of encountered, I thought, okay, maybe my body needs time to adapt. I think it was more of a case of that I needed more time to adapt. Obviously, if you've had, in my case, a kind of a food addiction, I guess, over the last 10, 15 years, where every year I've put on half a stone and it goes up and it goes down and it fluctuates and stuff like that. You learn naughty habits. Don't get me wrong, these aren't like life-threatening issues from day to day, but it adds up slowly over time. Imagine building the Eiffel Tower, but with individual Lego bricks. Every day you add one Lego brick. Initially, it doesn't seem much, and every Lego brick doesn't really get too tall. But after a year and a half, that's quite a tall piece of Lego. And that's how putting weight on works for me and for most people. It's not like you go to bed and you're a supermodel and you wake up the next day and you're 5 stone overweight. It's gradual and you don't see it and you don't realize it and you get that back pain or that knee pain and you learn how to deal with it. And that's the same with this medication. I moved to 5 milligrams and I started getting the eggy burps. Instead of me realizing that it was me that was causing the problem, I blamed the side effect and thought, okay, maybe if I give it another month or so, it would correct itself. Rather than learning that, hey, there's a reason why that's happening, which is maybe you're eating a little bit too heavy the night before. Yes, you need to understand that in my case, I take the jab on a Sunday, right? But I needed to understand that that means that the medication's in my body, and obviously it will be the strongest shortly after you've taken it. The first couple of days, you need to adapt to that. I need to eat lighter in those first 2 or 3 days, or I need to just eat lighter in general. You know, there's a reason why other people have salad once or twice a week. It's not because they want to be ultra rabbits. It's just because it's lighter on their gut. There's a reason why light bites exist, you know, light soups. You're not having a full roast dinner every day because that is heavy. And this medication now slows your digestive system down so much that you need to learn that lesson or you have to deal with the consequences. And this is also a life lesson for me going forward. I can't continue to eat at this rate and not learn the consequences. Yes, at this point in time, I'm very lucky. I've lost 22 pounds in the 2.5 months-ish that I've been on these jabs. Now, the reason you came to this video is, Alan, stop waffling. When is it time to go up a dose? Well, I've been on the 5 milligrams now for 6 weeks. So first 4 weeks, now the second lot of 4 weeks. And I've now noticed that I've just plateaued, basically. Now, is that because I've lost 22 pounds and my body needs time to adapt before it drops down to the next level? Possibly. Biologically likely. It's your body's way of holding on to that nutrients, that fat, just in case we're having some form of famine. Is it also possibly that my body's got used to having 5 milligrams in my body because at the end of 3 weeks of having 2.5, my body started to adapt. So it's easy to consider that after 6 weeks, then obviously it's adapted to the 5 milligrams. I also think now that I've adapted to the 5 milligrams, not my body, me. I now understand what I needed to do to push past that plateau. So what I'm going to do now is implement those lighter meals on those earlier days. I'm not going to starve myself because that's stupid, but it means that I'm going to eat those salads or swap out red meat for chicken. I'm going to avoid as much bread or as much chips or whatever it happens to be. Once again, that doesn't mean that I've been binging on chips. That doesn't mean that I've been having KFC every day. Not what I mean. What this jab is doing is not only helping me with my appetite, but it's teaching me through life lessons what I really should be doing with my food. It's re-educating the food addicted brain into realizing that you don't have to have rich foods every single day Yes, they taste fantastic, but so does a good salad. So does broccoli to go with your chicken rather than mashed potato. It's still the same size meal, except for potato versus broccoli. Broccoli's easier to digest. So for me, when do I know when I need to move up to the next level? In my case, when I seem to have plateaued. I've now done 3 weeks where I've lost 1 pound in total over the course of those 3 weeks. I feel that that's my body plateauing, and I feel that me moving up to 7.5 will help me with that. In those 3 weeks, I've learned that I can continue to eat at the rate that I'm doing, but I also need to make those changes. I'm also slightly worried, in all honesty. In 2-ish weeks' time, I'm going to be changing my routine. I'm going to a video conference in Birmingham for my YouTubey stuff, and then I'm being flown out to Dubai by one of my clients, which is amazing. I'm so lucky. This will be the first time that I'm not in my house, surrounded by my fridge, my food, my children. It'll be a different environment in Birmingham and obviously a completely different environment in Dubai. So this truly is going to be a test for me, because it's not just a weekend away. It's nearly 2 weeks that I won't be in my normal kind of routine. Have you had any issues where you've plateaued or anything like that? If you did, was there anything that you did tweak, change that you feel helped you? Some people tend to stick on a dose forever and a day. I've seen some people sit on 2.5 or 5 milligrams for months and months on end. They'll continue to lose weight. There's some people that don't lose weight until they hit 7, 10, 12, or even the 15 milligrams. I mean, everybody's each their own. At some point, your body tips and realizes the chemicals that's inside, or maybe you are hypersensitive. So what makes you decide when you step up to the next dose? Are you one of those people that have been on the dose for a long period of time? Let me know how you deal with that. Are there specific changes you have made? Are you doing some form of diet alongside it? Watches Slimming World, exercise, that kind of thing? Because I'll be honest, I'm fairly sedentary. I'm Alan. I'm losing it. Are you?